What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to do a video today about how to open up multiple Ableton sessions at one time. So this is great for worship services. Anytime you're playing music and you have multiple songs involved, you have either two options in Ableton. You can use arrangement view or you can use session view. So arrangement's like the linear one and session view is the one that's like a list format kind of thing. So they both have their perks, but if you're doing like a multi-track where you have all of the stems for the song, in arrangement view is typically how we do that. Basically, the idea is I'm going to show you how to do multiple sessions open in arrangement view. So let's jump into it. And sorry, I'm not in my normal setup because I'm at a conference, and so I'm just in a hotel room, so the audio and the video might not be quite as good, but I figured this was a good video to do today because I didn't want to miss a Friday. Fridays are my upload days. So here we go. Let's jump into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to open a session. So we're opening our men's conference with Rattle. So let's open this up, and this is just the multi-track in arrangement view. We have
1,
typical thing,
2, intro, 2, 3, 4.
So you have all the different tracks laid out here. And how do we open up another one? So I have this deal saved in my notes. I call this the Ableton trick. This is something that, other people who use Ableton showed me along the way. But it's a good little hack here. So you go open space dash n space, and that's what you want to start with. Okay, so then you come over here to this thing called terminal. I have it opened up here. If you can't find it on your computer, on your Mac, just type in terminal. Okay, and you'll find it right there. You can open it up. This is what it is. So you type that in first, open space dash n space. And then you're going to want to come over to your Finder and go to Applications, and then you'll see Ableton. And this is what you do to open up another version. So you can drag it in here. So you just drag and drop it right beside that into terminal and hit enter. And down here you'll see a live, another live session opening up. And so we're just going to hit OK, and in a minute you'll see. Boom. So we got our untitled blank session, and then you've got our multi-track here. So the way to actually open up from here is you go Command O. You can't just go outside and click on another multi-track. You have to do it kind of like through this window, or you'll end up erasing the one that you already have open. Not erasing it, but it'll open up instead of this one, and this will still be blank. So here we're going to open up another session called Won't Stop Now. It's another song we're doing this week. So Won't Stop Now, and we're going to open that up, and it'll take a minute to load because I think it's just more processing than normal. So you'll see as the tracks start out by being grayed out, and then as they load they turn black and they go across. So yeah, it just takes a minute for all the tracks to load. This one it's a full multi-track. The other one actually is a custom mix Rattle. So it's actually really just one track that we gotta look out for. So
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's going nice and strong.
Intro.
And it's ready to go. And then if I go back to Rattle, it's still open.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3.
Awesome. Okay, so let's do another one, and this time what we could do is we could actually just copy this information right here. So open, and then all this Ableton or applications Ableton Live, it's just kind of like the code that you need to get this window open. So basically I copy that and I stick it in a little sticky note here. That's what I did. That's why I have all this right here open already. And so that's the code that I'm going to need, and it's the same as this one. So I'll just delete that. So from now on, all I do is just copy and paste this code into the terminal, and it's good to go. So then there's my third session open up. So I got one right here, and one right here. So this will be my third one, and this one will just be some loops. I'm gonna go Command O to open up another session, and it'll be loops. In this session, I have some triggers set up. So I'll have like number 1 is the count off for the first loop here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Boom, into the loop there. And if I'm ready to go to the next one, I just hit number 2. And that'll start the next one. And so some of them I have set up to do it count. Like the first one I have it count in, and it'll actually
1.
I have it set up to go. Number 1 is the first loop. Number 2 is the second. Number 3 is the
1,
third,
2.
and so forth. And you can do this by going Command K, and you can just assign numbers on your keypad to these different loops. So this would be an example of using session view. So remember, we have arrangement view and we have session view. So session view is more of like a list type format. So you have your song titles and BPM and time signatures over here, and then you can, launch different sections. Like this number 2, Wait on the Lord. All it's doing is triggering this loop right here, and that's playing, and then I have a click track enabled up here, and that's it. So it's pretty simple setup, and it just loops continually. Whereas over here we have an arrangement view, which is linear. Now one thing you'll sometimes want to do is you'll see when I clicked on this, it actually is almost like reloading for some reason. So you almost want to go through each song twice. You don't have to like let it play all the way through or anything, but just kind of like let it load twice. And usually after the second time, it'll stick for some reason. It's like it needs to load for the second time, and then usually after that, it won't do this whole reloading thing every time you switch between these. But just keep that in mind. You can get them all open and then go back to this one, and it's like when you'll initially play it and you're only hearing like 1 or 2 tracks. As they load, they'll continue to come in. So it's kind of like a weird thing that happens when you do that, but just keep that in mind. So let's say we're going from the end of one song to the beginning of the next. So we're here on rattle. So let's do the last tag here. Let's say we wanted to do these songs back to back. We'll just let this one finish out. Here we go, last one. You can actually switch over to this window already while that one's still playing. So then we'll wait for a second and we'll go ahead and count
1, 2,
right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And as the other one's fading out, you're right into this new
intro,
the new song. And it's seamless, right? Pretty good. And the same thing with this one. So say you're on the last one.
Verse.
Here we go. And it's about to end, right? One more time. We're getting to the ending. You can come over to this session.
Ending.
Ready to go. And we start the click.
1, 2.
While we're fading out the last song.
1,
right?
2, 3, 4.
Okay. And so we're good to go. And when you're ready to go to the next song, you just hit number 2. So slightly slower tempo, right? Okay. So yeah, this is just a great way to navigate through having multiple songs going on and still using multi-tracks. Now, I've seen some people take multi-tracks and basically put them all into one arrangement view. So you can, arrange it so that way all in one session you have, let's say we had rattle, and then you could actually drag all the individual stems into the same session, and you could have it potentially even like a perfect transition of some kind where it's like all timed out and you do the tempo change and everything. But for me, it's like, how many times am I going to do the exact same set list again? Usually the same exact set list isn't done twice typically. So if I'm going to just have different set lists every week, I don't want to have to create a brand new original arrangement session with multiple songs every week. So this allows you to just have the song open, 2, 3, 4 songs open. You don't have maybe perfect transitions, but I guess the transition is as early as you want. So like as you're fading out the last chord, you can hit it. There's been times when I just timed it out. So like say 2 songs are in the same key, we're ending one. Instead of doing the whole count in, I'll just start in the exact intro. So like I'll tell the band on the last hit, I'm just gonna cue it the next song, and it's in the same key, and you're just off and running, and you don't have to like necessarily drag multiple songs into the same session. You can open up different sessions. So this is something that works for us. And then if you have a song where you just have a loop, you just open up another template in session view and have different loops going there. And it's just a system that works really well for us. And I hope that you can maybe use these techniques as well. Ableton's such a powerful tool, and there's so many different ways you can use it, but this is something that works for our church. And whenever I'm running Ableton sessions, this just gives me the most flexibility. And yeah, so let me know if you enjoy this video by giving me a thumbs up. It really helps out this channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.